Hello YouTube, but this was a video from the other day, a live stream I did. It was about an hour and a half, not an hour and a half, 3 hours and a half. And I was drawing Saint Tail. I guess you wouldn't say I was drawing, I was line arting and then coloring her in that time. The art is for a fan project called the Magical Girl Index, which has the goal of having different people draw every single magical girl. They're currently accepting applications and they have a bunch of magical girls available, so if any of you are artists and you want to get in on that, you can try and apply. I'll link to the website in the description. Or I don't know what YouTube has nowadays. Maybe I'll be able to link from the video. I think it'll definitely be in the description, and we'll go from there. So anyway, I've been trying to record audio for videos for a while, and I don't know if it's just how I've been lately, but it just seems so much harder than I remember. I completely run out of things to say, and it's just like my mind goes completely blank when I start trying to record the audio. And then sometimes my parents will start yelling at my dog. It's our dog, but I still call it my dog, because he causes trouble and he like tries to eat food that he shouldn't be. And then it'll be like, oh, can't record then. I have to start over. So I've been having issues with thinking of what to say in general, I guess. Also, like, some of the tutorials I saw about using my microphone have been like, oh, you should turn the gamut or gain or whatever up really high to like midway. And when I do that, not only can you hear me, but you can hear my parents downstairs talking, and it's like, ooh, that's a little too strong, you know? So I keep turning it down. I don't know why people are like, oh, it should be this high, it should be this high, it should be this high. Because for me, that's like way too loud. Way too loud. Anyway, let's see what's going on in this video. Honestly, I really don't think there's much to say. I'm like line arting a piece. I guess around this point I added the screen layer of the blue color just to make everything a lighter blue. I just did that to make it easier to see the difference between the line art and the sketch. As for Saint Tail, I guess it's just Saint Tail's always been like my favorite magical girl, because it was the first manga I ever read as a child. Like, my mom had wanted to get my brother and I to start reading more, so she took us to the bookstore and she's like, pick out a book to read. And then I saw Saint Tail and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's about a girl who's like a magical girl who's doing things for God to help. And I was like, yay, and I wanted it, and so she got it for me, and I just absolutely loved it. It was such a good time. I was in the 5th grade, I believe, when that happened, so that would be oh my goodness, many years ago. It would be, how old are 5th graders? They're like I don't know. We'll say a 5th grader is like 10. So that would have been 17 years ago, I guess, around that time. I don't know. I don't want to do the math while I'm recording this audio, but it was like definitely over a decade ago. But because she was the first manga I ever read, she always has a special place in my heart, because it's like the first. And honestly, it really is a good story. It is very cute. It's a very cute manga. I would, to this day, still recommend it. In fact, I also think it's a good example for people out there that are like, oh, my art's not good enough, my art's not good enough, blah, blah, blah. Because I still love this manga, and you can look at it and you can see for yourself, and it's a delight to look at, in my opinion, but it's clearly not the best in anatomy or something. But they were able to create their story and tell it, and it was very enjoyable. So I think people should take that into consideration maybe when they're worried about how good their art is. You don't have to be perfect. Sometimes people can enjoy your art for what it is, not for what it could be. If that makes sense. I don't know. I'm kind of just like free talking right now. So, yeah. Saint Tail, good stuff. Definitely recommend it. Yeah. So, this was from the stream the other day. I said that already, but I'm trying to think of what I could add. Oh, yeah, even though I said the stream was 3 hours and a half, it probably took me less than that amount of time to draw this or line art this and color it, because there were a couple times I went AFK. Do people still use the word AFK, away from keyboard? Or is that just aging me? I don't know. But yeah, so I went away because I think I said in the stream my mom needed me, but I think that was the day that I said my mom needed me, but in reality she just made dinner for everyone, and I just didn't want to let anyone know that I was going to go eat dinner, I guess. That might have been a different stream though. I can't remember. I don't prioritize those things in my memory to figure out which stream did I not tell the complete truth because I didn't want people to know I was going to go eat. It could have been this stream, I just don't remember. I just feel like at the same time it could have been this stream, but I also remember I thought I streamed this earlier in the day, so I'm not sure if it would make sense that it was this stream that I did that in. Well, now you know, at least at one point I told people my mom needed me when she really didn't. She just made dinner and she wanted everyone to come down. Yeah, so that was a story that really is not important or relevant. Maybe I'll talk about this piece instead. So for this piece in particular, I tried to not obsess about details as much as I usually do. Actually, while working on it, especially on the leg part, I was thinking, wow, maybe it would have looked good if I had just cell shaded it a little. Like maybe a little softness, but mostly cell shading. Because I really haven't cell shaded in a while, and I'm thinking that it might be a good idea to cell shade some stuff again as like good practice of knowing what shapes to form. Because when you're shading, you shouldn't be thinking like, oh, light, dark, this side should be dark. You should be thinking about the shapes the shadows make, not that this side or that side should be dark. Like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but you should be thinking about the shape of the shadows just as much about as where the shadows should be, because that's pretty important. And like, because her outfit's supposed to be a cute, shiny, magical girl outfit, I made sure to like highlight it. We'll highlight it by like doing the dark and then, you know, erasing around the edge to like have that glimmer of light, and then yeah, just wanted to make it look super shiny because she's a magical girl, so it's a requirement, I would say. Let's see, do I have any good memories about Saint Tail? I mean, I do. I have a ton of good memories. It was so much fun to read. I actually think reading manga like Saint Tail got me through a lot of hard times when I was younger because I wasn't the healthiest. I definitely wasn't the healthiest. I had a undiagnosed illness, and so I basically wasn't able to be as active as a lot of the other kids after a while, so I was able to use manga as like an escape form. which is, I guess, different than how comics are received in the US. That's been an issue I've been running into with, like, what publishers want in the US, or so it seems, is they want more realism, nitty-gritty stuff, and to me, I don't want my comics to be realistic in the sense that it's like edgy blah 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 stuff. I like the fantasy, like this stuff would never happen in real life but it's cute in a comic. That stuff makes me happy, and I feel like a lot of people make fun of that stuff, but I think it's important. Like, if you like whatever people call cringy nowadays because it's not realistic enough, that's fine. You should just enjoy what you like without anyone complaining. And it's almost over, so yeah, keep loving what you love and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Anyway, have a good day. Bye.